my fellow readers. It's been a little while since I did a haul video because a lot of my orders were like postponed or put off until, you know, they could ship them out with all of the issues they've been having with the supply chain. Anyway, it's been a little bit of a while, but then suddenly I got messages, or one message from Right Stuff that I was getting a shipment in, but it was 3 boxes, because I think these are at least most of maybe 3 orders. So bear with me. There's a lot to go through in this haul. But yeah, I'm not breaking this up. I'm going to do it all at once. And let us enjoy this massive haul. I don't even remember how many volumes of manga this is. But, oh, actually, it's manga and some light novels. So let us take a look. So the first one is going to be a new series to me, and I'm actually very excited to start it. It's the Savior's Book Cafe story in another world. So it must be like isekai, but also there's books involved. So pretty much I will pick up series that involve bookstores, books, libraries. This says it's a book lover's fantasy. Sukina is a single 30-something office worker whose favorite thing is curling up with a good book. When a god tells her that she must go to another world to become its magical savior, Sukina isn't interested. She has zero desire to go on some grand hero's journey, so when she arrives in this strange new land, she decides to use her magical power to create a cozy little book cafe instead. Her first customer is a handsome soldier who loves reading almost as much as she does, but when a fellow savior starts causing trouble, Sukina might have to play the hero after all. So this actually does sound like literally right up my alley. It's a fantasy. We got a book cafe and book lovers, so I'm so excited to try this one, and I think the art is very pretty as well. So looking forward to this one. Next is just volume 4 of a series I'm continuing. The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent. I've been enjoying the manga version of it. It is based on the light novel. I do not have the light novel, but I've been enjoying the manga. I'm iffy about whether or not I want to pick up the light novel, only because a lot of times the manga is pretty close to the light novel, so I don't know. May or may not try it. Next we have a couple of BL series. Volume 15 of The World's Greatest First Love. One day this series will end. It seems like her work goes on and on and on. But regardless, next I have Volume 1 of Magic. What's interesting about this is that I actually ordered Volume 1 a while ago, and it got lost in the mail. It wasn't from Right Stuff. So I was like, you know what? I don't care that it's back ordered. I'm just going to order Volume 1, and hopefully one day I get it. Finally have it. There we go. That's a very dark series. I think I mentioned that when I opened Volume 2. Not for the faint of heart. Very disturbing, but for some reason I'm compelled. And Volumes 5 and 6 of Twittering Birds Never Fly. This is an excellent, very thought-provoking series that deals more with Yakuza. And this is an interesting story. This volume I actually bought to donate to the library because I checked out the whole series only to realize that this volume was missing. So it's Devils and Realist Volume 6. Now that I have this, I can finish reading that series and may do a review on that one. So that's why I randomly have Volume 6 of Devils and Realist. It's not going to stay with me. It's being donated. But yeah, interesting series. I'll talk about it if I review it. I don't remember if this is the last one or not, but this is Volume 9. I think it should be the last one. Of Cardcaptor Sakura, the collector's edition, and these are the big beautiful hardcover ones. I think this is the last one. There's no note about last volume, but I think this is it. Next. I'm just just looking and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so much. I ordered this a while ago and it just finally came in, Holic Ray, Volume 2, so now I can finish what's published in Ray. The series ended up going back on hiatus, but yay. Then Volume 3 of I Cannot Reach You, enjoying that series. And then we have the Pretty Boy Detective Club Volume 2 of the manga. Still might do a comparison video of Volume 1 of the light novel, manga, and first part of the anime, but I haven't written anything up yet. This one, I don't remember if I hauled this book or if I just bought it and never shared that I got it, but I have Volume 1 of the light novel Unnamed Memory, and I just decided to go ahead and pick up Volumes 2 through 4. I haven't gotten to read that one yet, but I'm like, I'm gonna try it. So grab those light novels. That might be the only light novel I have in here. I think the rest is manga. Next, this in part is because I'm kind of contemplating doing like comparison of some of the recent retellings, especially of the Persephone story, which is interesting because I just saw that Madeline Miller meaning it's actually been a while, but I saw that she was doing her next book on the Hades and Persephone myth. So yeah, now I'm like, maybe I should just wait until that book comes out. I'm really excited to read that because I loved both Song of Achilles and Circe, or Kirke, if you say it more like Greek. But this is Persephone, Hades, Torment. I have no idea what this is like. But that art looked pretty good. Yeah, I'll find out. The next one is a whole chunk. This is volumes 1 through 7 of Phantom Tales of the Night. I picked this up because it seemed up my alley and I liked the artwork. Yeah, that's about it. Obviously, I'll probably do a review after I get to read this, but since I've just picked it up, it might be a little while. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. And then I have, continuing to get the backlog in, I have volumes 5 through 7 of Beastars. Still haven't gotten to read this yet, but now I may be able to read more of the series. I also picked up volumes 3 and 4 of Boys Run the Riot. This should complete the series, so I will be reading this whole series and then probably reviewing it, so look forward to that one. Since I know the series is short, I'm more likely to put this on top of the list and read through this first. Next one is a series I've reviewed recently, Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost. This is volume 3. I am enjoying seeing where the story is going and yeah, how everything's going to play out. And I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm kind of intrigued by that. Maybe volume 3 will give me some hint of, you know, where this is going to go and for how long. Like, is it going to turn into a quest story where they're picking up pieces of Alice? No. of Beauty, where they're picking up pieces of Beauty. I think it's because I saw like the Alice in Murderland. Anyway, I think it's going to be where they're traveling to pick up pieces of the Beauty, the main girl who's like stuck in the... I talked about it in the review. Anyway, I don't know if it's going to turn into a quest story or if there's going to be some other reveal. So hopefully volume 3 will enlighten me a little bit more. Then, a series that I love, and I don't know if there's another one out already. Like, I feel like I waited for this and there might be another volume out, but A Sign of Affection, volume 4. Yeah, I'm loving this series, so I will keep reading it. And the The volumes for Sign of Affection aren't very long. Like they're smaller volumes. And then I have Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Edition, Volume 15. This is another one that I think is getting close to wrapping up, but I think there's still 3 more volumes, I think. I think it's supposed to wrap up within like 18 volumes, so we're at 15. And then I told you there was a lot. So the next one, I have another series I had to wait for a long time because of the shortages. I have Spy and Family volumes 1 through 6. So this has been being talked about like everywhere. So I've been waiting to read it. Yeah, there are some of these I don't know if I'm going to keep permanently. Like even if I keep reading them, and maybe even buying them, they might end up donated just because of space issues. But I'm not sure yet. It all depends on like how I feel about the series after I read it. If it's has potential reread or a favorite author or something, that I tend to keep them over like, oh, I liked this, but it's not like I don't keep it just to keep it. So we'll see. I don't know yet with this one. I'm going to be checking it out for that reason. Next is Chainsaw Man Volume 2, so I can finally start this series, because I'm pretty sure I have like 1 and then 3 through 5 or something. So yeah, I can finally read this. Thank you, Volume 2, for coming in. Another new series for me is, and I just thought it looked cute, and that's why I picked it up, is Springtime by the Window, which I think is just a shoujo slice of life type story. So yeah, I just like those, and it sounds good. Again, anything that's new that I haven't reviewed yet, you'll probably see a review once I get to reading it. Next, another series that I definitely want to continue reading but haven't gotten to yet, even though I have like all the volumes ready to go, is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, another one that I talked about. I really enjoyed Volume 1, which I picked up my own copy of because I borrowed Volume 1. But yeah, I look forward to finishing, well, not finishing, it's not done yet, but I look forward to continuing reading the series. Next is one apparently I can't start yet. And this, how do we say this? Miroku. I'm gonna say it wrong. You know what? But this one, this has been like I think it's horror, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I can't start reading it yet because these are volumes 3 and 4, so I have to wait for volumes 1 and 2, which apparently are still backordered, and that's fine. I got enough to read at this point in time. Probably more than enough. Like I'm looking in here and it's a lot, because here's another 5 volumes of a new to me series, Love of Kill, which actually has an anime out now. Pretty sure it's premiered for this season. And I look forward to reading this and watching that. I actually was inspired, like I've seen this everywhere, but I was more inspired to buy it after I saw more of the previews of the show. So I may be reading and watching both. So, yay. I love all genres, if you cannot tell. Next, I've reviewed this, you know, it's a favorite of mine, but it's Sasaki and Miano. This is volume 4, and I'm trying to think, are we getting closer to where the Japanese volumes are? I think so. Anyway, these are quick, they're sweet, very cute, light read. Still hoping that we get the rights, we as in US publishers, get the rights to do the spin-off series, because it's so good. It's so good, and I really want to be able to like talk about it, but in a capacity where people that I am, my audience, can actually go and buy it. I mean, if you want, I would highly encourage you, if you can read it in Japanese, to go ahead and buy it, like import the actual volumes. But, you know, if you can't, if you're a native English speaker and reader, we're kind of stuck waiting. So Yen Press, you're pretty awesome. I actually like a lot of Yen Press's stuff, whether it's light novel or manga. So Yen Press, can you please get the other series? And actually, I really like Sho Horasono's other works too that I would love to see. Yeah, so just, you know, little tip there. Pick those up. Again, another series I'm currently really liking, and I'm wondering if volume 3 just got released or is being released, but My Love Mix-Up. So cute, really loving this one. And then I am still continuing to pick these up as they become available. Arata the Legend. I actually think of the current release, like pre-Iwatase, working on more of them. I think I only have 2 volumes that are missing, and I think it's 18 and 19. So once I get those 2, probably a little bit after I get those 2, but I will do a complete read through and then probably a review. And it's been a while since I read like the beginning of it, so I'll probably go all the way back, read all of it, and then let you know. I thought, because it had been so long, I thought that this was like a completed series. So I'm kind of torn about finding out that it just went on hiatus and is now coming back, because I'm like, how long is this series going to be? But, you know, I love Iwatase's work. And just the way that the stories are crafted, and also the artwork. So I'm sure I'm going to have a good time. Next is volume 3 of Days on Fest, which I still haven't read either. But it has to do with like traveling to music festivals, and that's about all I can say about it because I haven't read it yet. But again, look forward to a potential review of this series once I, you know, start reading it. And then another new to me series, but that just, I don't know why this appeals to me so much, but it does. It looks like soft fantasy, but it's A Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation. And I don't know. It could be that I start to read this and I really don't like it. And, you know, if that happens, it might end up donated anyway, even if it's like a soft read that I like, but doesn't like stir feelings of rereading. But I don't know. I will let you know after I read it. But for whatever reason, like the artwork and everything just appealed to me. So we'll see. I could be completely off, but I'm gonna try it. And I don't remember if it was stopped at volume, like, not stopped, but if that was the last volume currently published, or if there will be another volume, or if I had the volume on order and maybe it just hasn't come in yet. I'm not sure. So there may be more that appears at some point. And finally is volume 8 of A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, which I have reviewed. I'm just going to continue along with their story until the end. And that's it. I have a huge stack now of manga to read. Yeah, exciting times. I was just thinking, like, if you have an opinion and you want to recommend one of these series to start with first, you can leave it in the comments. That'd be very helpful because there's so many good ones to choose from and I'm not sure where to start. Please do not tell me one of the ones that I do not have volume 1 of. Well, you can tell me, but I'm not going to be able to start it until I get volume 1. But most of what I showed today, I have volume 1. So if you see one that you think I should really get to reading and prioritizing, just let me know in the comments. That is it for this video. Until next time. Bye. Bye.